Hello everyone, and welcome back to a new episode of the Daily Gaming News here at the New Byte. My name is Satisfactory, and we almost jump into it. Just a quick note, we're not talking about Stadia here, that will be a separate video. So come back again, subscribe to not miss the second video for today, where we just talk about Google Stadia. First bit of news, actually in a survey, people wanted really to let EA know that they are not really into toxic communities, which is, interesting. Okay, so the official post was this month. Jenny Shi of EA's Global Consumer Insights team wrote about the results of an online survey of 2,252 US gamers between the ages of 13 and 54 last May. She identified four main takeaways from the survey results. First and foremost being that players want to see inclusion in their games. As it says here, only 7% of players say they are less likely to buy a game because of inclusive features. And 61% are concerned about toxicity. That's actually great, I think, because, hey, this just shows that people are, one, every time there's an outrage about, like, oh, how is this game supporting easier game modes and stuff, it's just always coming back to they are basically stopping inclusivity for people, for example, who are not fully able, for example, if there's like, I don't know, a disability with the arm I cannot fully use it or something, which happens certainly. These settings in games that can make the game easier, more accessible, are mostly understood by this very small crowd, as you see now in the sample here, as like, oh, it's making the game too easy, I'm not gonna buy it. Well, good to know that there's, from this sample at least, there's only a very, very small minority thinking like this. Most of the other people say, hey, we don't mind, please put it in the game. As it also says here, despite the notable increases in representation, many players stress that diversity and inclusion shouldn't simply be a checkbox for game developers and that it should come from a genuine place, she noted. They don't just want to see more variety of characters. They also want those characters to seem authentic and have substantial, meaningful roles instead of falling into stereotypes. And I can fully support that. The full article is, of course, linked in the description down below. And let's move on to more topics. For example, like Anthem and... Oof, boy. So, Bioware General Manager Casey Hudson admits that Anthem had a rougher launch than expected, though he's excited for the next stage of the game. And this whole thing is just like going on talking about, the game's getting better and better, don't worry, every live game has its moment to start. And while I see that, I'm also listening to the second bit of news here, where in an art book, The Art of Anthem, actually the original idea was posted in there, and it sounds like Anthem used to be a really great game until it became, well, what it became. So the original idea of the game actually was that you are sort of just stranded in the Bermuda Triangle of space, and that the javelins are basically just make do opportunities to survive. You could upgrade them apparently with parts of ships that you can find and loot, of course, and that would help you to further survive, basically. Again, also these articles are linked in the description down below. Very interesting reads. In this news, Unity is partnering with Tencent to help its devs make waves in China. A report by VentureBeat, Unity chief exec John Rizzitiello, I hope, made the announcement at GDC, where he also revealed the engine maker is helping Tencent bring Call of Duty to mobile. For those familiar with Tencent Cloud, the service claims to offer a complete and flexible array of cloud solutions to meet app makers and game developers' specific business needs. So Unity and Tencent are coming together to support Tencent Cloud. Moving on, Halo Reach will bring back customizable armor sets when it comes to PC, just like in this image here. And on an AM Reddit, this was just further pushed down. So as you can see here, the different heads and UA, HULs, and CNMs. Okay. And Halo Combat Evolved will be the second game the collection got ported. As we know, that's of course true, because first we get Halo Reach, and then it continues on with Halo 1, 2, 3, and so on. There will be crossplay between the Steam and Windows versions of the PC port. That is great. And both versions will utilize some form of anti-cheat software. Well, sure enough. Each game will have a customizable field of view slider, although the options will vary depending on the game. Makes sense. PC version will support windowed mode, 21:9, 16:9, 6:10, 3:2, and 4:3 aspect ratios, and the studio is currently aiming to support uncapped frame rates in all of the games. Yes, that's amazing. So yeah, that's not only about customization, it's also about more news, so it's really great to hear that more things are being actually taken in consideration. Well, moving on the other side, there's a game that's sadly dead. The Culling, which launched with very small fanfare and didn't even see that many players from the get-go, actually went free to play after a short time, and even that, as it seems, wasn't enough, because as we see now, when we launched the Origins update and made the game free to play, our hope was that the revenue generated from in-app purchases would be enough to sustain our team and support ongoing development, as Josh Van Weert explained. Now, the game will be taken offline, sadly, because this was not the case. Players hoping to get a final few rounds in will have until 15th of May to do so. Offline modes will still be available after this date, if that's any consolation. Well, if you can't play it online, I guess there's no real use for it. Good luck for the next game, of course. And in other bit of news, now coming to more release stuff, we have Rocket League bringing us a new Major League Baseball team update. The pack costs $3 and will be for 30 regarding major teams. As you can see here, the different colors and caps even for your cars. If you want to support them, just put them on and say, hey, I'm for, I don't know. I'm not an expert on baseball, so I just even try to show any kind of interest. It's just cool DLC, alright? Heroes of the Storm is getting rid of paid loot boxes. That's a big surprise to me, at least. Heroes of the Storm, the free-to-play game by Blizzard, of course, was always an arena competitor next to Dota 2, for example, and other games. And yeah, on the public test realm, on March 18th, they got a big update coming, kicking off a new event in Question, expanding hero roles and getting rid of paid loot boxes. And here's the thing, you can only buy them by the in-game premium currency so far, or you earn them through the other means, like gold, which you can just earn by playing. And as seems with the new update, this premium currency will be turned off and you can only earn it by playing a lot. I certainly think this is good. You know, prevents people from spending too much. And certainly, of course, will make the game fair, at least in that regard. And on the other side, we have an update for Rainbow Six Siege. There's a new thing coming where people can actually forgive accidental team kills. I had this so often happening, you know, when I was playing with a full squad of friends together. I accidentally shot one and it's like, oh shit, I made you instead. I'm sorry. And it's like, yeah, whatever. But the game doesn't know that. And now there's a function how the game can actually, how you can actually forgive a player if you've been shot, or also vice versa, of course. Then the Coffee Stain studio-made game Satisfactory is now available in early access. Basically, it's just like a very large factory building game called Satisfactory, how fitting, and it's now available in early access on the Epic Store. Coffee Stain will be making bug fixes and improvements, of course, before adding the later building tiers, and it completes its early access roadmap. If you want to join in yourself, the early access period, the game will cost for $30 or 25 British pounds. Then Paradox is teasing a possible Vampire the Masquerade reveal on March 21st, as they say, something big happening on the 21st. And it's also going on about Tinder. It's Tinder beat off the app, basically. It's just like finding people to eat. I don't know, it's a game about vampires, so who knows. Images look very interesting, and as I said before, the 21st might be the day, tomorrow actually, where things will be revealed. Then in June we'll have Yakuza 5 coming to the PlayStation 4. Then on June 20th, 2019, Yakuza 5 will come to the PlayStation 4. And it's certainly not really a remaster this time, this is only a port, bringing the resolution to 1080p and the frame rate up to 60 FPS. And Castle Crashers is remastered and coming to Nintendo Switch and PlayStation 4 also this year. And the final update going live for Final Fantasy 15 will be released March 26. Then just like last bit of rumors and reports, Snapchat's rumored game platform will be announced in April. According to Chatter, the rumored mobile game platform could see an official announcement as early as next month. Snap Inc.'s inaugural content and developer conference is set to kick off on April 4th, and a source speaking to Chatter says that the platform being developed under the codename Project Cognac will see the light of the day during the event. I don't know about a Snapchat gaming platform, but certainly I guess that could be one way of expanding the company. And that has been it again. Thank you so much for watching the news. I know it's been longer, but hey, this is why I even split up the news in 2 segments. There's just so many just regular gaming news coming out, and then also the Google Stadia stuff. So come back again for the second video of the day, of course. And my name is Hustis. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you like it. I see you soon again, hopefully, and have a nice day, and bye bye.